Hey, I thought I would record for the channel um, in one of my most fucked up states uh, because I haven't slept. Uh, my sleep schedule's been fucked up. But to try to describe whatever it is that I'm going through, because for one of the first times ever in the whole, what's today, 16, almost 2 months that I've been facing this, with all of the withdrawals that I've dealt with and whatnot that I've come in and out of, the worst ones have been the ones that have like challenged the very fabric of everything, time and space. This is one of the strangest ones. So I don't know what's causing it. It's scary. Uh, it was worse before. It's not as bad now. It started. Let me just get right into the one that I feel now. So I was laying down and I wanted to watch something with my roommate and a cousin. And this is very time based, and it felt like time just didn't matter. There was no sense to time. So everything, like my mind would ruminate, like second by second by second, like what is time? What's going on? What is this? What is that? Let's go. Let's take it nice and slow. Time is, I, if I sound fucking like distorted and sure now, it's because I really am, and I know that this lack of sleep is not helping. But I'm going to explain why I have fear of sleep. So it's like my mind is telling me like you're awake now, whatever, go to sleep, right? Probably. But even before that, it's like you obsess on. It's pretty much like my mind is obsessing over time. I'm pretty sure that it's a symptom of derealization. So like the best way to explain it is like I don't feel like I'm in the moment, like I'm right now. It feels like I'm very much like constantly moving into the future. Like I can feel time moving by second. So like again, it's not as bad now as it was 3 4 hours ago. It was pretty bad. I'm sure the anxiety was exasperating it, but it went from there to feeling like tomorrow didn't have purpose or tomorrow doesn't make sense. Or, like I was almost scared. I'm scared to go to sleep because I know I'm gonna wake up and this is just gonna be the past. Like that's really like that's how my mind is already. It's almost like, the only way I can describe it so that it makes sense to anybody who's not feeling it, and it's got to be withdrawal because there's not this. I've never felt anything like this in my entire life. Not feeling like I'm with where I'm supposed to be within the moment and stuff. Is that I feel like I'm constantly moving forward in time, like I'm not, because as humans we perceive time in different ways. So we can count 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, uh, and you think of the past because of your memory. Like I remember, obviously, the past we were watching, a show, a TV show. Um, but even during it, it was almost like my mind wasn't treating it like right now. Like when you sit down and do something, you sit down and watch something, you're not thinking of time usually. If you're writing a paper or something for work or some type of report, you know that you have a time limit, but you're using it as a measurement. Our brain has a natural perception of time that is healthy and normal, so we know that tomorrow is tomorrow, the past was the past, and it's almost like I don't want to say the past, but like now and tomorrow are just like one thing. And another, I think I think their name is. I'm trying to remember the YouTuber's name. Their name is I can't remember it right now, but they described the realization and how it felt like time was all one thing. That's very much what this feels like. And it's frightening, it is, but like luckily it's not as severe now as it was before. And there is concern, like I truly do feel scared. But worse than what so it was in two phases. So it started as like feeling like there was no such thing as just time, and it might have just been a rumination at first, or and I was like doing research on time and trying to calm myself down and be like, time is a human construct. Like here is here right now. Like that's it. And that's the truth. Is, you know, you look around you, nothing's moving, then that's it. You're in the moment. I use stuff like that to calm myself down. Um, but then it got worse. I took a dose of, you know, not an extra dose of the Xanax that I'm on, and which I'm sure is not helping at all. And being on Xanax, I mean, the Xanax does help immensely once, you know, in the short time that it works, but it makes you obsess so badly about time and memory and whatnot, going back and forth, that you. This is, I mean, not that you should be like. I've only been recording almost 6 minutes, and I usually feel like I've been recording like 15 or 16. So that's another thing, that it just distorts time in general. But it's not as severe as it could be. So another problem is that, like, I don't know if it's rumination or if it's like an actual, because I'm also having like a weird migraine like right about here, and I've been having it, and I'm not sure if that's all it is or not, but it's horrifying, because it's like, imagine not being able to just relax in the moment and in the second. Now that I'm so tired that my brain is kind of just like shutting down and I'm having weird like side effects and stuff, I'm almost certain that most of it was rumination, because there would be whole, you know, 5-10 minutes sometimes where I just completely forgot about it, and I felt like I was just in my space. It's no time or anything like that. It just felt normal. But it is fucking horrifying. It was one of the first times since I've been dealing with this that I had a full-on panic attack, or almost, yeah, full-on. I've had about 3 or 4 times where, because despite my tapering, I'm going through severe withdrawals from Valium, because it's the equivalent is less than what I was taking, number one, and it doesn't last as long. So, I don't want to say this is the scariest thing it's done. It's definitely one of the most uncomfortable. It's very strange, and I wanted to talk about it when it wasn't as bad, because I would be having a panic attack. But I wanted to speak about it when I was tired, so that people could see, like, if I'm cheery in the last 2 videos, or hopefully I'm cheery in the next one, this ain't the end of it. That's what it feels like, man. I can't imagine feeling like this forever. I don't want anyone to think like that's all it is. It's just me being cheery. When it's shit, like what I just fucking described, when it's that horrifying, I'm gonna tell you about it. It feels almost like there's not going to be a tomorrow. That's what it kind of feels like. And if there is a tomorrow, that I don't know. It's a very, very weird feeling. I'm like wondering if it's like a seizure or something like that, or some type of stroke or something, or small, or if it's just rumination and I'm just having headaches. The Xanax helped kind of just relax everything and make me feel a little more, you know. So again, that's why I think. Excuse me. That's why I think that it's mostly just anxiety and rumination, because it's such a strange thing to feel. Like right now I feel a little better because I'm telling myself, I'm like, you've never felt anything like that before. No one feels anything. You didn't have a severe head injury. And benzodiazepine withdrawal, you know, it's an injury. As Benzo Brains, I think her name is, I think Jocelyn's her name. She's explained it, that it's an injury, but at the same time, it's like I hope that this rumination doesn't follow me. I've had rumination so severe that I've been scared they'd be there forever, and that was only 2 days ago, and they're gone almost completely. Hopefully I wake up tomorrow and I'm like, oh shit, I feel fine. I feel in my body. I'm relaxed. This is the moment. I think human beings normally experience moments. You don't experience a second. You don't think like that. You don't feel like that, because that's not the way things are. Just not it is. You look around, your memory and everything ties in perfectly, and you see things as one. You don't see them on a line. That's how time functions. You shouldn't feel it that way. And that's very much what this feels like. It's one of the weirdest, scariest things I've ever experienced. Anxiety's definitely made it worse, because I'm calming myself down now just talking about it, about how strange it is. And rumination, which is, with the constant thinking of stuff, is definitely playing a big part in it. It was, let me explain a little more about it, because I think expressing this stuff so people know that they're not alone, because that helps me. This is one of the ones that I couldn't find anybody talking about, so I'm glad that I hit record even in the state to talk about it, because you definitely do not, like, this is I think this is the only thing so far that no matter how much I looked on Google and any of the forums and stuff, no, I feel like nobody's experienced it. It seems like now I'm feeling it a little again now, and it's not good. Um, if it's a seizure, I hope it's let me stay on track. Let me finish that statement though first. If it's a seizure, I hope it, like a small seizure or something like that, because it feels like the coherency has been messed up. I hope it goes away. Obviously, I hope it's not permanent. If not, I hope it's just rumination and that I can get away from it, because like it's very much like it's like it feels like almost permanent, like a permanent, like it's everything reminds you. This is what I was gonna say. So like watching a video, uh, or anything, it's like instead of watching a video, because that's another thing. When you watch a movie or you watch anything, you see it again. I like to think of it as a circle or as a whole experience. You don't look at it as in a line. Your memory builds and builds and builds and builds. So when you watch the beginning of a TV show or a movie or video like this, you hopefully you're not constantly checking the time and stuff. But with this symptom, whatever it is, I'm gonna call it time distortion, because it's definitely what it's very much feels like that. It's like you're like that's how everything is on the line, it's on the line, and you can't stop it. You can't just relax, unless hopefully you can make it through into benzo. Again, let me remind anyone, because I truly do have like a fear in my heart that I will not wake up, or I'll die, or I'll feel horrible when I wake up. I might feel way better. Let me remind everyone that this is a severe symptom. This is something horrible. If you're tapering slowly, you're probably not gonna, hopefully not experience this. If you do, you gotta look at me. I'm talking about it. And I'll probably look at this video tomorrow and be like, dude, you're fine. Today's today, and tomorrow's tomorrow, and that's it. You're living in the moment. That's one of the symptoms that frightens me. It's like, damn, will I ever feel like I'm just in the fucking moment again? Like, everything reminds me of it once it starts. I'm recording this as a beacon of hope that, dude, you're gonna feel it. It's almost like the best way to describe it. I think I was telling once everything started happening. I was telling a friend. I was like, imagine we have a little meter, maybe in our head, or like a little vial of time fluid, and it's almost like an hourglass, and it just has a balance, and it goes certain ways, and the way it functions is to keep us feeling okay about tomorrow and today and the next. And that kind of cracked and started leaking, and because it started getting worse and it started getting worse. Well, my eyes are way anyway, my eyes are freaking me out because they're much less closed than I thought, but I'm tired. That's what it feels like. It feels very much like time is just like distorted and stuff. I'm pretty sure that my sleep schedule, the monotony of just being home while I'm going through this, waking up, sleeping weird hours schedule, dealing with different things, bringing shock is what's done it. I'm pretty sure it's not permanent, because the things that I thought were, again, like I said before, like 5 minutes ago, were not. They went away, and I'll be okay. It very much feels like you're not going to be okay, because it's like, man, this feels like a rumination. This feels like something that's burned itself into my mind forever. How the fuck could I be okay? Already telling you, I feel right now at least a solid 50% better than I did 3 hours ago. I feel maybe even 5 or 10% better than the 15 minutes ago when I started this video. Hopefully when I rewatch this tomorrow after it's uploaded, or check the comments, I'm okay. I feel like anything could trigger it, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. I really, 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 my only hope is that this shit goes the fuck away. Whatever it is. The other ones went away, I gotta keep telling myself. It's crazy because you tell yourself that you know, these things, they're gonna go. It's so strange and unique that you tell yourself, you're like, there's no fucking way this is gonna get better. This is so odd and so particular. Like, how is this going to solve itself? Things do help. A lot of things, just trying to stay in the moment, forget about it, distract yourself. But like for maybe, oh, this is the thing I wanted to mention before I stopped recording or ended the video, is that yesterday, I want to say around, it's like 9:32 in the morning right now. Yesterday around 1 a.m. I was feeling this, but it was pretty much just a rumination. I took a Xanax, a dose, you know, my dose, not just a random amount, and I felt almost like a completely normal person. Like I wasn't even withdrawing for a good 2 hours. And that gives me faith that I'll be okay again tomorrow. Even if I can't feel it right now, it is so strange and disorienting and weird. You don't even feel like... I'm pretty sure it's just derealization. I'm almost certain that's what it is. I wish I remember the name of the person whose YouTube channel who helped me so much. They said it like it says, it feels like the past, the present, and everything is happening at the same time. I hope that's what it is, because they got through it. I don't think they were suffering from benzodiazepine withdrawal. I think they just experienced derealization. And it's very much what this feels like. Like my brain is obsessed with like tomorrow when I wake up. Or not when I wake up tomorrow, but I'll be waking up later tonight. But that's what it's ruminating about. It's just like, I'm so not here, and my mind is already in the future. That's what it feels like. I don't know. It's very strange. It's very, very, very strange. I would, if I could feel like I do now, which is not as terrible as it was before, I would take it for sure, because that makes you feel like you're never gonna get better. It does. I'm scared that like I'm gonna go to sleep, right? Who knows? I might feel completely fine once I lay down. I'm like, hey, dude, you're good. It's such a strange thing to describe that it frightens me. You don't, but that's the best. Again, that's the best way to describe it. You don't feel like you're just in the moment. Right now, this is comforting because I feel like my mind's not ruminating because it's just so tired that I don't feel like that. Like I feel like I'm mostly, you know, it's still trying. Like I'm here. And it's such a uncomfortable syndrome that you ruminate, you know, think about it. Anxiety goes up, makes it worse. Your vision's fucked up, you can't think, and it does start to feel like you're living second by second, but take that shit back, and that's not the case at all. Again, I felt almost like a completely normal human being yesterday around 1 a.m. in the morning. Or today, 8 hours ago. It was so strange. I was happy. I was like, oh my goodness. And that was after this shit started. I felt like that. So that's pretty good. I'm excited to hopefully be like that again. I don't know what could be causing it. I know 100% it's withdrawal. So that's comforting to know that. But it's so strange and severe that it feels like it's gonna sear itself into my brain forever. And if I can conquer this shit, I can conquer anything. That's what it feels like. But honestly, I have 2 videos about hope. This one shakes my faith in myself. It really does. Fucking weird, man. It really is something else. It was scary before. It's not as scary now because most of that feeling's gone away by not being able to live in the second. Most of it, despite mostly everything's reminded me of it. But now it just feels more strange. It's like, and then it goes away. See, like it just went away for a second, and it's like, but when it's happening, you definitely can't think that you don't feel it's like it's gonna fucking go away. Like, look, it just came back, and I'm just, what's tomorrow? What's this? What's that? You just want to enjoy the moment. Best thing, I think, if you're experiencing anything like this, like I'm telling myself to own my own. This is for anybody in a year from now, a month from now, to later when it uploads. See, even saying shit like that makes me feel weird. Don't look at the time. Don't fucking do that. It's not going to help you at all. If it is somehow, if you think like, yo, well, try it. But for me, things that remind me of the passage of time, which is, you can see what I mean when I say fucking everything. It's they don't help, man. They really don't help. It's I think there was one thing that helped me a lot. It was just very calming music. Very calming. And things about time, and kind of like George Carlin has a thing about time not being a fucking real. It's not real. It's a human construct. It's as real as we make it. It's not like matter and stuff. Those things are real. In the scientific sense, but time is very much a construed thing. See, that's what it feels like. Maybe I need to sleep because it's like I think another thing that's causing it. And I'm glad this video is this long, so even if no one watches it, I can watch it myself and remind myself. Is like there's little lapses in my memory. Like my brain is just trying its best to hold on to memory, and it's having problems stringing it all together. Like I said, your brain creates, a circular experience. Oh, this was 2 o'clock today. This was 3 o'clock today. This was my work day. That's a circular experience, and then it moves on. That's how people perceive time. I would think that's how it felt before this, but again, with this, it feels very much linear, and that's how we measure time. So if it's like, all right, today I gotta go at 9:30 or what time? Whatever, 9:30. Why am I looking at it? I need to go pick up food or whatever, and 10 o'clock I gotta go take my kid to soccer practice, and a lot of that's linear. That's measurement. We don't experience time that way. That's how I think about it. But that's what this shit feels like. Love you guys. It's hard to even speak right now. It's just fucking. It's just so weird. It's like being on a roller coaster of time and just getting pulled through that line that I've been talking about, rather than being in one place. Move on from your work day to your home to sleep, and I feel like sleep starts that all over. It's like I'm hoping that's what happens. I'm hoping that when I go to sleep and I wake up, I'm like, oh shit, okay, everything's cool. This is right now. And right now is usually a big enough amount of time. And that's what I'm hoping. We're going on 25 minutes. I'm kind of like spooked to fucking hit stop. Because this is helping me. Hopefully. As I'm sick of this sleep schedule, but hopefully right now all I want to do is get rid of this feeling and just go the fuck to sleep. Like, It's just rumination, and it's like a. It's just like I don't want to say a knee jerk reaction, but it's very much a reaction. Um, Being this tired is definitely not helping. I need to go to sleep. I'll be fine. I'll go to sleep. I'll wake up 12, 13 hours from now. No, not 12, 13 hours. 8 hours from now. Maybe I'll do a follow up. You know, if I feel okay and I'm like, hey, shit, everything's okay. I'm not ruminating about time anymore. Or if I realize that's all it is, that it's just rumination, I'll be like, you know what? Update, guys. So thank you. Keep fighting the good fight. Uh, Man, I'm going to sleep. I'm gonna try. I'm pretty sure I'll fall asleep relatively easily. Have hope. Stay strong.